Is Caitlin Clark sending a message to Stephanie White, Amber Cox, Kelly Krauskopf, and the Indiana Fever? A message could be being delivered. Many people are speculating with this.
Welcome back to Wnba Nova, your source for the newest basketball news, major developments, and the biggest stories surrounding women's basketball. Today, we have an unfolding story involving Caitlin Clark, the Indiana Fever, the New York Liberty, and the broader WNBA that has fans talking. There are numerous questions, speculation, and crucial details to unpack. So stay with us until the end as we examine what's happening and what might come next. Before we begin, make sure you subscribe to the Clark Update, turn on notifications, and join the conversation in the comments. This is the Clark Update. Let's get into today's story. Officially, it's a disaster. The WNBA as a whole has just been pushed into the greatest crisis in women's basketball history, and the Indiana Fever organization is in complete panic tonight. These days, the rumors are far more than whispers exchanged in private. They've taken over the top pages. According to reports, Caitlin Clark is preparing to leave the Indiana Fever. According to breaking reports, Chris DeMarco and the New York Liberty have just stepped in with a massive, stunning multi-million-dollar offer to rescue the generational talent from what they view as a toxic, dysfunctional system in Indiana. The WNBA commissioner is furious because of the shocking revelations emerging from this developing situation. Nobody expected this, but it makes complete sense considering the total collapse of Caitlin Clark's relationship with her coaching staff. She has been failed by the system. She has been deceived by management, and now the final outcome is unfolding. The Indiana Fever are at risk of losing the greatest player the team has ever had. If you believe this is simply a normal trade rumor, you are completely unaware of the real conflict unfolding behind the scenes. Tonight, we'll uncover the New York Liberty's secret multi-million-dollar push, the exact reason behind Indiana's front office collapse, and how this one shocking decision is going to permanently transform the league.
Oh, SpaghettiOs, Caitlin Clark introducing the Statue of Liberty edition, the New York Liberty edition. I already know you damn near besties with Sabrina. We think you cool with Lexi. No, you go way back with Sabrina. Caitlin Clark could be sending a message to the Indiana Fever. Hey, I might not sign that epic. Y'all pushing everybody else for MVP. Stephanie White is having tantrums every time I shoot the ball. She's falling over herself on the sidelines. I don't have to deal with this. I can go elsewhere. And I think Caitlin Clark should seriously consider going elsewhere.
However, you must consider the ongoing unacceptable betrayal Caitlin Clark has faced from her own coaching staff to fully understand why she is ready to pack her bags and move to the New York Liberty. Fans have been horrified for months as the coaching staff did nothing but watch. The malicious hits were visible to us. The obvious dangerous fouls were visible to us. While Clark's coach sat silently on the bench, refusing to stand up for her, call out the league, or defend the franchise player, we watched opponents target her on the court with the intention of causing harm. However, it didn't stop there. The coaching staff's use of fabricated injury reports to control her playing time, benching a completely healthy superstar under the guise of medical management, was the breaking point. Although it was a carefully planned attempt to establish control, the result was disastrous. According to reports, Clark's team has had enough of the lies. The level of disrespect at the Indiana facility has reached an irreversible point.
This has to do better, and we have to invest in those areas. The technology can get better. We can treat the referees a little bit better, pay them like they're full-time employees. I think things like that. And, I think a lot has obviously come after that. And as I've stood up here and said before, like the harassment, the hate, none of that is okay. That goes for the opposing team we play. That goes for my teammates. That goes for my coaches. There should never be a question of character. Like I've always stood up here and said that, and that's truly what I believe. That's how I was raised. So, none of that is okay, and I don't want anybody to ever experience that. I think it can be really frustrating to me at times, and I think it's difficult. I think a lot of people sometimes think I'm a robot. I'm not a robot. I have emotions. I have feelings, and it can be really difficult to go through a lot of that. And I'm 24 years old trying to navigate a lot. And I think at times I've been in this world for 4 years now, and you would never change any of it. But there are times that it is hard, and there are times that, it probably affects me a little bit more than I do put on. And, I would never change any of that for the world. But I think it's important that people do remember that part of it.
You cannot expect a generational talent to remain with the jersey if you treat her like a liability. Instead of crushing her spirit and suppressing her, the coaching staff destroyed the future of the team. And that's exactly where the New York Liberty and Chris DeMarco capitalize on the chaos. There is blood in the water, according to the New York Liberty organization, They are stepping in with an unprecedented push after seeing a poorly managed superstar being actively undermined by her own staff. According to people close to the situation, New York is preparing to make a massive historic trade offer and financing package that would completely reset the market. When Chris DeMarco made subtle, shocking comments about Caitlin Clark, the entire basketball community took notice. He told the league that the New York Liberty are ready to offer the superior coaching, protection, and market size that the Indiana Fever completely failed to provide. The drama is enormous, yet the business logic is flawless. According to insiders, other prominent figures such as Sophie Cunningham are now being brought into the discussion after witnessing the disaster in Indiana and realizing that a major shift in power is approaching. The New York Liberty are seeking more than just a player. They are trying to control the WNBA's entire future. Additionally, they are using the incompetent coaching of the Indiana Fever as their most powerful weapon.
It is. Shout out to ESP Ben, because he broke down the fact that Caitlin is still being targeted and she's still not getting any calls from the referees, like at all. Like at all. It's really, really bad what's going on. And it's almost like Kathy's not, she's dropped the ball. We know she's dropped the ball. She's getting nothing done when it comes to this. Take a look at this here. Let me refresh this and we can get it going. Okay.
To her throat for the third straight game. She was out of rhythm because they hit her and fouled her this entire game. I got proof of everything. Watch this dirty crap. Caitlin Clark was getting hit, held. Shoot, she was getting tackled like a football player.
Yo, that's crazy right there.
The WNBA commissioner is outraged and completely stunned by the scale of this behind-the-scenes manipulation. This kind of situation, where a star player is forcing her way out of a team because of internal deception and coaching incompetence, is a nightmare scenario for league headquarters. According to reports, the commissioner is demanding immediate answers from the Indiana Fever front office, questioning how a coaching staff could alienate the sport's most recognizable player on their own. The management of the Indiana Fever is now under unbearable pressure. They are caught between a superstar player who is already mentally checked out, an angry fan base demanding immediate dismissals, and a furious league office. The coach's career at Indiana is essentially finished, the locker room is shattered, and the brand identity is ruined. They ultimately destroyed their own careers because they believed they could control Caitlin Clark through strange restrictions and media manipulation.
But the New York Liberty could be in Caitlin Clark's future as she is promoting the New York Liberty Statue of Liberty ones, CC ones.
The consequences of this disaster will be enormous, and time is officially running out. The multi-million-dollar New York Liberty contract could become inevitable if the Indiana Fever are unable to save this partnership in the coming days. Indiana's Caitlin Clark era is collapsing because of ego, deception, and poor leadership. Will the front office make one final effort to remove every member of the coaching staff in an attempt to convince Clark to stay?
You know, the Indiana Fever, they're not honest about any injuries ever. So, we can't necessarily look for transparency through them at all. It's just, it'd be a complete waste of time to look for transparency through the Indiana Fever's organization when it comes down to the injury of Aaliyah Boston. So,
or is it already too late to stop the league from being controlled by the New York Liberty? The sports world will never be the same, now that the drama has reached its peak. As this unbelievable story continues to unfold, one thing is becoming impossible to overlook. The world of professional basketball is entering a new chapter, filled with excitement, uncertainty, and endless conversation. Every day appears to bring another headline, another report, another rumor, or another debate that captures the attention of fans around the world. Whether you are a longtime supporter of the Indiana Fever, a devoted follower of the New York Liberty, a fan of Caitlin Clark, or simply someone who loves basketball, there is no denying that the interest surrounding these developments has reached extraordinary levels. The conversations happening across social media, sports programs, podcasts, and fan communities demonstrate just how invested people have become in the future of the league and the athletes helping shape it. What makes this situation so intriguing is that everyone appears to have a different view of what could happen next. Some fans believe stability and patience are the most important elements for building a championship-caliber team. Others believe bold moves and major changes are sometimes necessary to create a winning future. No matter which side of the argument you support, there is one thing nearly everyone can agree on. The growth of the WNBA has been incredible, and the attention surrounding its biggest stars continues to reach new heights. The passion of the fans, the commitment of the athletes, and the growing spotlight on the league have created an environment where every major story becomes a subject of national discussion. The reason these conversations matter is because sports have always been about more than wins and losses. Sports are about competition, ambition, teamwork, leadership, and the pursuit of greatness. Fans connect with players and teams because they see determination, resilience, and hard work. That emotional connection is what makes every game meaningful and every storyline compelling. When major developments emerge involving high-profile athletes, people naturally become invested in the outcome because they deeply care about the future of the teams and players they support. At the same time, it is important to remember that rumors, reports, and speculation are all part of today's sports landscape. Until official announcements are made, there will always be questions, debates, and different interpretations of the information available. That uncertainty is one of the reasons sports conversations remain so engaging. Fans enjoy analyzing possibilities, predicting outcomes, and sharing their perspectives with others who are equally passionate about the game. Every conversation adds another layer to the story, and every opinion contributes to the excitement surrounding what could happen next. Now we want to hear from you. What do you think is the most important factor in building a successful team in today's basketball world? Do you believe organizational culture plays the biggest role? Is elite coaching the key to long-term success? Or do superstar players have the greatest influence on shaping a franchise's future? There are so many different perspectives, and that is exactly what makes these conversations so interesting. Share your thoughts in the comment section below, and let us know where you stand. We read your comments every day, and some of the best discussions on this channel come directly from viewers who bring unique insights and perspectives to the conversation. If you have enjoyed this video and appreciate the effort that goes into bringing you the latest basketball discussions, analysis, and updates, be sure to support the channel by hitting the like button. It may seem like a small action, but it makes a huge difference by helping more basketball fans discover our content. And if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe and turn on all notifications so you never miss a future upload. We are constantly covering the biggest stories, the hottest debates, and the most exciting developments from around the basketball world. And we would love for you to be part of this growing community. Also, make sure to share this video with your friends, family members, and fellow basketball fans. The more people who join the conversation, the more exciting and engaging these discussions become. Sports are always better when fans come together to exchange ideas, celebrate great moments, and debate the future of their favorite teams and players. Your participation helps create a community where basketball fans from all backgrounds can connect through their shared love of the game. As we look ahead, one thing remains certain. The future of basketball is filled with endless possibilities. New stars will emerge, new rivalries will develop, and new storylines will capture the imagination of fans everywhere. The journey is far from over, and some of the most exciting chapters may still be waiting to be written. That is why staying informed, staying engaged, and staying connected to the conversation is more important than ever. Thank you for watching this video all the way to the end. Your support, your comments, your likes, and your enthusiasm are what make this channel possible. We truly appreciate every single viewer who takes the time to watch, engage, and contribute to the discussion. Keep sharing your opinions, keep supporting the game, and keep enjoying the incredible world of basketball. We have many more exciting videos, updates, and discussions coming your way very soon, so stay tuned and stay connected. Until next time, take care, keep your passion for basketball alive, and remember that the next big story could be just around the corner. We will see you in the next video.